Johnson's shutdown ultimately could be a benefit if Trump administration eliminates programs, by Emily Brooks. Speaker Mike Johnson, Republican from Louisiana, said Wednesday that the government shutdown could be a benefit to taxpayers if the Trump administration uses the opportunity to shrink the federal government in ways that Republicans never had the votes in the Senate to do. His comments came in an appearance on the Moon Griffin Show, a local radio show in Johnson's state of Louisiana, just after a press conference in which Republican congressional leaders urged Senate Democratic leader Chuck Schumer, Democrat from New York, to vote for a GOP 7-week funding stopgap.
How do I know it just keeps sending?
Griffin referenced conservative activist Charlie
Awesome.
Kirk saying in January 2019 that a government shutdown should be used as a chance to shrink government permanently.
Why are we
Johnson said there
crying?
are some good things that could come out of a shutdown, but there is pros and cons. The cons being the thousands of federal workers and service members having to work without pay, as well as the threat of food assistance programs coming to a halt and flood insurance programs lapsing. The pro side is what Charlie was referring to and what I talked to the president about in the Oval Office 48 hours ago. It does give an opportunity to the power in charge, the president in charge, to make unilateral decisions that do not need a vote of Congress about which programs in the government are essential and which are not, Johnson said.
Look,
Chuck Schumer,
Gresham
very
man
stupid
sentenced to
move,
prison
just
for
walked right into
kidnapping
that
and
trap.
raping 2
He
women.
has handed President Trump
Good.
the keys to the kingdom, Johnson said. The Speaker said the Office of Management and Budget Director Russ Vought has the power to make those decisions on which programs can continue or not. Charlie was right those years ago. It does give an opportunity to eliminate bloated, unnecessary federal programs that we would like to vote down,
Hey,
but we
he's
never
an
had the
illegal.
votes in the Senate to do.
And they sent
Now
his
we
ass
have
to
the
prison.
moment. So very
He's
real
literally
harm to
a
real
legal alien.
Americans, but ultimately could be a benefit to the country for taxpayers if in this process we can get rid of some of the government fat, Johnson said. Vought is set to speak to House Republicans on a conference call at 1 p.m.
See, that
on
looks so much better.
Tuesday.
Here, look.
The Office of Management and Budget has signaled that there could be mass layoffs of federal workers in a shutdown. Vought sent a memo last week to agencies directing them, in the event of a government shutdown,
Hello?
to use this opportunity
What
to
up?
consider reduction in force RIF notices
Are
for
you on
all
your way home?
employees in programs, projects, or activities.
Oh, you in Milton?
Non-essential
Oh, I didn't
employees
know
are
that.
typically furloughed or told to work without pay in a
cool.
shutdown and get back pay when they eventually
You're on a
return to
pad.
work. But the memo suggests there could be permanent layoffs of non-essential employees.